I've been an Oblate brother for 46 years now, and I grew up in Manchester, New Hampshire, where I went to parochial schools and was educated by the Sisters of Holy Cross. And I first met the Oblates, actually it was my uncle Paul Cote, OMI, and I remember the day very vividly when I was in my first year of college, and I was discerning with my spiritual director about a vocation. I really wanted to become a high school teacher, and I knew about the Brothers of Holy Cross. They were teachers, and so I kind of made up my mind, but my spiritual director says, "You're French Canadian." He says, you shouldn't go with the Irish, the famous Irish of Notre Dame. But anyway, I said, well, I don't know any French Canadian, French-speaking orders. Well, he suggested the Brothers of the Sacred Heart and also the La Salette Fathers, but never mentioned the Oblates. So one day when I went to see my Uncle Paul, and I announced to him, of course, with Uncle Paul, we always spoke French. And French is my official my birth language. And so I went to tell Uncle Paul in French, I think I want to become a Holy Cross brother. And Uncle Paul was very, very short, not as tall as I am. But he was very well respected, and we respected his opinion. And he said to me in a very loud voice, "I don't want to hear another word about it. You're going to become an Oblate." And so it was like St. Paul being thrown off his horse, if you wish. And next thing I knew, Father George Sirois was coming, the vocation director was coming to see me, and, "Oh, your uncle tells me you want to become an Oblate." I said, "No, I didn't say that." And so anyway, I didn't regret the decision, and in 1968, I began my training as a brother. This was a wonderful time in the history of the Oblates because up until, this was just after the council, of course, and so the brothers were being trained to go into different ministries. Previous to that, a brother could be found in a carpenter shop or an auto mechanic or a trade. And so when I entered the Oblates, it was very clear from the beginning that they wanted to start training younger brothers to be pastoral workers. And as our constitutions and rules say, that's who we are as brothers. We are collaborators with Oblates in ministry. And so for me, it was a great challenge to be able to go into pastoral ministry. And so for the past 47 years, I've been involved in parish ministry here in New England and Duluth, Minnesota, various other places. I have also been a religious education teacher and director. But the greatest time I felt most Oblate was when I was a missionary in Tahiti, French Polynesia. And there we had a wonderful community life, and it was a very rewarding experience, and so I'm grateful for that. In fact, to this very day, I say a lot of my daily prayers in Tahitian.